Hello and welcome to ARIRANG News. It is Friday, November 11th. Live from Seoul, I'm Han-daeun. We begin at the National Assembly, where an urgent Q&A session on the unprecedented power abuse scandal that's rocking the nation is underway. Opposition lawmakers are currently grilling key government officials, including Prime Minister Hwang Kyo-ahn, in relation to the scandal swirling around the president's confidant, Choi Soon-sil. The lawmakers are focusing their inquiry on whether current cabinet members, including the Justice and Culture ministers, were part of Choi's influence peddling and corruption schemes. The officials were mostly cautious, saying that they cannot respond to questions because of the ongoing investigation into the case. Justice Minister Kim Hyun-woong did say, however, that the Choi family's properties worth hundreds of millions of dollars could be confiscated if it turns out that the assets were gained through illegal activity. Eun-taek, the music video producer thought to be a close aide to Choi Soon-sil, has appeared in court for a hearing on an arrest warrant. Cha is thought to be heavily involved in the power abuse scandal with Choi, where they're alleged to have used her connections with President Park to extort money from Korean businesses. The court's decision on whether to approve the arrest warrant is expected to come late tonight. Meanwhile, the CEO of Korea's largest steelmaker, POSCO, is set to be questioned by prosecutors on Friday evening over his alleged involvement with Choi Soon-sil and Cha and the sale of an advertising subsidiary. Kwon Oh-jun is the first chief of a major conglomerate to be summoned for matters related to Choi. South Korea and Japan are forging ahead with their plans for a bilateral military intelligence sharing pact. Seoul's Defense Ministry spokesman said Friday that Seoul and Tokyo will hold their third round of working-level talks next week and proceed with the signing of the General Security of Military Information Agreement next year. The Defense Ministry has asked the Foreign Ministry to forward the document to the Ministry of Government Legislation for approval. Under the deal, South Korea will be able to receive information on North Korea's missiles directly from Japan's surveillance satellites. The pact failed to materialize in 2012 as critics in South Korea accused the government of trying to seal the deal behind closed doors. The United States has reaffirmed that Washington's strong commitment to the security of South Korea, one of its biggest Asian allies, will continue to strengthen under the presidency of Donald Trump. The statement out of the Obama-controlled White House came just hours after Trump reaffirmed the alliance during telephone talks with President Park Geun-hye. Lee Min-young has more.
The White House has pledged that the United States will strengthen its alliance with South Korea under the Trump administration. White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest said at a briefing this week that there's a Democratic and Republican tradition to strengthen Washington's alliance with South Korea, adding that the decades-long partnership supersedes any individual presidency or political party. Experts in the U.S. agree with the assessment out of the White House. Donald Manzullo, president of the Korea Economic Institute, said at a conference on Thursday that the U.S.-South Korea alliance will remain strong under Trump, saying the relationship between South Korea and the U.S. is unusual and nobody wants to see the quality of it impaired. Trump's victory has cast uncertainty over diplomatic relations between Seoul and Washington as he made a series of controversial remarks during his campaign over U.S. security commitments overseas. The remarks raised concerns that there could be a policy discontinuity in many areas, including North Korea, which requires a strong and united front by South Korea and the U.S. Trump's win also threw into doubt the fate of the free trade agreement between the two countries, as the president-elect has denounced it as a job-killing deal and vowed to scrap or drastically change the pact. Lee Min-young, ARIRANG News.
Seoul and Washington's bilateral ties may remain strong, but anti-Trump protests are spreading across the United States, with demonstrators now flooding the streets of Washington, D.C., New York, and many other cities nationwide. This is an expansion of protests that began in cities like Boston and Berkeley a day after Trump beat Hillary Clinton to the White House. Police installed barricades after thousands of demonstrators marched to the president-elect's residence at Trump Tower on 5th Avenue and Trump International Hotel. While the protests were largely peaceful, the NYPD confirmed at least 65 people were arrested on various charges. Since Wednesday night, hundreds have gathered outside the White House and Trump's new Washington, D.C. hotel for a candlelight vigil and protest. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Business Daily is next.